call is now being recorded.
Okay, good morning. So, production control. So, we'll see what is a production control. We have already seen the various cases like production planning, and we have given a brief intro on the production control. Now, we'll see what is a production control in details. Okay, so the production control, it is defined as a design and use of systematic procedure for establishing plans and controlling all the elements of an activity. So this is a systematic procedure. So basically it is a control process. So how it is controlled? Through a systematic procedure. So this is through a systematic procedure, and by how? A design. It is defined as a design and use of the systematic procedure and establishing plans and controlling all the activities of the activity, all the elements of the activity. So for each element of a particular activity, so we have got many activities. So for each activity, for all the elements, we have to control it, and this controlling is a systematic procedure. So this is the production control. Now it includes a these are the things which are included in a production control. That is a complete plan. There should be a complete plan for the procedure of production control. Then there is a follow-up mechanism or feedback mechanism for determining how closely the plan is followed. That is, we have to ensure whether the plan is being followed, or we are sticking to the plan followed. So that is the next step, that is the follow up procedure. Now next is the a mean of regulating execution to meet the plan requirement. That is, there should be a regulation, and we should be able to regulate the execution to meet the plan's requirement. So we already have the plan requirement, so we have to meet it by regulating the execution. So these are the steps in production control. Now, what are the importance of production control? So these are the importance of the production control. First one, it ensures the execution of the plan. So by production control, proper production control, we can ensure that the plans we have already created is correctly executed. Then next is, it ensures the optimum utilization of human and physical resources. So we have many resources, raw materials, etc., physical resources, and also the human resources, that is the workers. So not maximum or not minimum, but the optimum value is to be ensured. That is, we have to ensure the optimum utilization of the human and physical resources. That is the second one. Then comes, it is helpful in coordination. So through proper production control, it will be helpful in coordinating various departments or various levels of the workers itself. So basic coordination, it will be very helpful. Then Next is it helps in minimizing the cost and improving the quality. So the total quality cost through proper controlling of the various parameters or variables, we'll be able to minimize the cost, or so we can help in increase the profits. So by minimizing the cost, we can at the same time we can improve the quality. And finally, it helps in the inventory control, proper control of the inventory, so that wastage can be minimized, and also the level in the inventory or the stock is minimized, so that the cost related with the inventory can be minimized, or the products are made only up to the demand. So these are the main importance of the production control. So first of all, it ensures the execution of the plan. Then it ensures the optimum utilization of human and physical resources, not maximum or minimum, but in a optimized manner. Then it will be helpful in coordinating various departments or various workers itself, employees. Then regarding the minimizing cost and improving the at the same time improving quality. And finally, it helps in inventory control, controlling the inventory. Now comes the functions of the production control. So what are the functions of production control? First of all, provide the raw material, equipment, and machines and labor. So providing the raw materials, these are the main input to the production. So we have to provide the input in a proper manner, in the required time, in the required quality and required amount. Then to organize production schedule in conformity with the demand forecast. So through forecast, we can we will be able to predict the demand in the market, or the demand in the demand of the customer can be made. So we can or we should be able to organize the schedule, production schedule, such that it should be in conformity with the demand, or it should cope up with the demand. Next, the resources are used in the best possible manner in such a way that the cost of the production is minimized and delivery date is maintained. So the maximum utilization or the best possible utilization of the resources should be done, so that uh, the cost of production or the production cost can be minimized, and also we'll be able to deliver the product in the correct time. That is, the delivery date is maintained. Next is proper coordination of the operation of various section or department responsible for the production. So regarding the production, there will be many departments or sections. So there should be a proper coordination between the departments. Inter-department coordination should be there, or the within the department itself, within the between the workers. So overall, there should be a proper coordination, and this proper coordination is the main function of production control. Next is to ensure regular and timely supply of raw material at the desired place and of the prescribed quantity and quality to avoid the delay in production. So in order to prevent the delay, in production, if there is a shortage of any raw material, or the number of raw material is less, or if it is delayed to receive at any point place, or it is not receiving at the required place, where sometimes if the raw material one is to be delivered at the point one, instead of that, if it is going to two, that is not in the desired place. So in that manner, then it is to be rerouted to the desired place. So there will be some delay in the production. So in order to avoid that, we the proper through proper production control, it should ensure that the regular supply and timely supply of the material or the raw material should be there. How? At the desired place, in the prescribed quantity and the prescribed quality. Next, to perform inspection of semi-finished and finished goods and use quality control techniques to ascertain that the produced item are of required specifications. So this is the main function of the production control. That is, through proper inspection, we are having a regular inspection. So a regular inspection should be there, where the products are inspected, or the semi-finished or even finished goods are inspected using the quality control techniques. Many quality control techniques are there that we will see in the final module. So using these, we are inspecting the products, and we are ensuring that whether it is in, according to the given or set standards. That is the sixth one. And one more, that is, it is responsible for product design and development. So this production control as a whole, we have seen many functions. So this will be responsible for a good production design, product design and development. Even for the development, it should be responsible. So these are the functions of a production control. Now we will see finally what is the difference between some differences between the production planning and control. So first one, production planning is a pre-production activity. This is a pre-production activity. That is, it is done before the actual production. Before the actual production take place, we are planning. That is a production planning. But coming to production control, this will be in action when the production activity begins. That is, this is done, or controlling is done throughout the process. So while the production is being conducted or production is going, then we are doing the control process, not before the production. Second one, production planning designs the operations which are decides the operations which are required for the production, where the production control regulates and supervises the operations required for the production. That is, through planning, what we do is we are deciding the operations, which all operations are required. So decision is being done in the planning procedure. While in production control, what we are doing is we are controlling or regulating the particular operations. Next, production planning decides who should do the work and when. That is, in through planning, we will do what is it, who should do the work, a particular work, and when should it should be done, and how it should be done. That is a basic planning. And through control, what we are doing is we are just ensuring whether it is completed, the planned one, whether he has done it, or when it should be done in the planning, right? So whether it is done on that particular time or schedule, that is making sure or ensuring the things which is planned. Next, production planning shows the direction. They are giving only directions or planning, and through production control, it follows the direction. We are ensuring whether it is following. And finally, production planning estimates the resources that are required for the production. So here in production planning, we are making the estimates of as of how uh, the required production, the resources in how much quantity we are required for the production. And in the production control, it makes available resources that are required for the production. That it makes or controls the uh, parameters, various parameters, such that these resources are met or the amount is met. So these are the basic difference between production planning and production control. Now, next topic. Types of production. Now we'll see what are the main types of production. So these are the types of production. So the main types of production are intermittent production. Okay. Intermittent production, continuous production, assembly lines, cellular production. So in intermittent production, we can see the subclassification as job shop production, batch production, project industries. And in the continuous production, we can see mass production, flow production, and the rest on. So now we'll go into depth. What are the various production? Or first of all, we will discuss on the intermittent production, and it contains job shop production, batch production, project industries. So before going to that, what is a production? We have already seen. Basically, there is an input. We are giving an input, and we are receiving an output. So input as the raw material. Using the raw materials, it is being transformed into the final product, which is the output. So this input is being transformed to output through the various transformation process. So this production planning, control, etc., are coming under the transforming process. So through these processes, only the raw materials are being transformed to output. And after reaching the output, what we do is another thing is there, that is a feedback mechanism through which the control is being produced or control is being done. If the required product, finished product, is not met, then we will get a feedback, and according to that, we will change some parameter for the input, and we'll redesign it, and the product or the final product is being improved. Anyway, now we will see what are the types of production. What is an intermittent production and its classification? So intermittent production. So here, the goods are manufactured specially to fulfill the order by the customer rather than for the stock. So by the name itself, we will get an idea. That is intermittent production. Not in a continuous manner. So here, basically the production will be intermittent, not in a continuous flow. And that too only for the according to the demand of the customer. Whenever there is a demand for the customer, or it is only produced up to the need of the customer and not for the making the stock. If it is in a continuous manner, then what happens is there will be a huge volume of products available. Final products will be available, and than the demand. Suppose the customer requests 1,000 number of items, a particular item, and if it is producing in a continuous fashion, then maybe 3,000 or 5,000 products will be developed, and the rest of the product will be kept as a stock or made in the inventory. So in the intermittent production, it is not like that. It is being produced only for the up to the amount for the demand of the customer. Here, the flow of material is intermittent. So as told earlier, it is not in a continuous manner. It is the flow of material is intermittent. So flow is intermittent. Now the production facilities are flexible enough to handle a wide variety of products and services. So here in the intermittent production, the production facilities, what all facilities are available, it will be flexible, whether the worker or the machine, anything, they will be flexible. Worker will be flexible means he will be able to do any type of sort of jobs, whether it is not for a single job, but he is flexible. Even the machineries are also flexible. So they are flexible. Production facilities are flexible enough to handle a wide variety of products and sizes. So wide variety of products and sizes are can be made possible using the intermittent production. So next, it is used to manufacture those products where the basic nature of input changes with the change in design of the product, and the production process requires continuous adjustment. So these are the main application where intermittent production is used. That is, it is mainly used for the products where basic nature of the input changes with the change in design. So if the design of the final product is to be changed according to some factors, whether we need a variety of products. So not only one product, this production is not meant for a single product, but variety of products are producing from the single unit. So in order to change the production from product one, suppose a product one is there, two is there, three is there, then if the design of 1, 2, 3, etc. are varying, in order to vary that, if the input is to be changed very much, then this type of production is used. Next, characteristics. What are the main characteristics of an intermittent production? So intermittent production. So we have seen many types of production. In the first case is the intermittent production, where we have some classifications there that we'll be discussing later. Anyway, as a whole, these are the main characteristics of the any of the intermittent production. Okay. First one, the volume of production is generally small. That is, here we have variety of products, but the volume of production, number of outputs or the final products will be less. Next is a wide variety of products can be produced. So number of varieties is much, or a wide variety is possible, but the volume is less. Many types of or variety of products can be developed from the same unit. Now the third one, the flow of production is not continuous, already mentioned. It is intermittent. This is the the flow of production. Flow of production is not continuous, but interspread with the weighting of the operations. Next is the sequence of operation change with the different products and different batches. So for depending on the products and batches, the sequence of operation also changes. By changing this sequence, we are able to make a variety of products. So using a particular sequence, a product one is developed. Then by changing the sequence, we'll be able to produce a different product or different batch. Like that, the products are being produced. Then general purpose machines and equipments adaptable for different operations are used. So the general purpose machines or equipments, like many machines, can be used for different operations in this particular production, intermittent production. Now we have seen many types of layouts. Here a functional layout is used, that is the layout based on the function, particular function. That type of layout is used in intermittent production. Next, components are produced and stocked for assembly into finished product as per the customer requirements already mentioned. That is, it is produced and stocked as per the demand, only for the demand of the customer. Then organization of the production planning and control operation in intermittent system needs estimation of job, routing, scheduling, preparation of manufacturing orders, dispatching, and production control. This all comes under this procedure. That is job. We have already seen job, routing, scheduling, preparation of the manufacturing orders, dispatching, production control. All things comes under this. Then the workloads are generally unbalanced. We have seen what is a load. That is an assignment of the job to a particular machine or even the worker itself. That is a workload. And here the workloader is generally unbalanced. Unbalanced workload. It may vary according to the variety. So we are producing variety of products, wide variety of products. So the workloads are generally unbalanced. Next, highly skilled operators are required for efficient use of the machine and equipment. Here we have seen, though not more products are developed or the volume is less, but wide variety of products are producing. That means we have to, with the available machineries, one should be able to produce a wide variety of products by changing the sequence or changing the operating mode. So for that, we need a highly skilled operators. So the highly skilled operators are required for efficient use of the machines and equipment. Now the advantages. So what are the advantages of intermittent production? We'll see the advantages. The investment required for the machinery and the plant is small. So the investment cost or the investment is small. Next, it is flexible. That means a wide variety of products can be made by the single unit, so that the parameters are flexible or it is adaptable to changes in the design. Whether when the design is changed, we'll be able to change accordingly, or it is more flexible. Now, a hold up in one operation does not cause disruption for the others. That means there are parallel working. If any of the operation is not functional, that may not or that will not affect the other operations. Now, in the functional grouping of the machinery, Specialization and skill development of the operators are possible. So we have already seen this is utilizing the functional layout, or we are working in a functional mode based on the function, main function, objective function. We are working for the intermittent production. So while we are grouping in a functional mode, or the functional grouping of the machinery, by that we will be able to specialize, or the operators will be able to specialize, or the skill will be increased. His skill may be increased. Next, since the operators handle a variety of jobs, there will be more job satisfaction. So here in the case, a wide variety of products are developed. So the operators are handling variety of jobs, not a single job. If the is handling a single job, means there will be some or he'll get boredom. So it will be avoided. So boring task will be avoided, and there will be more job satisfaction for him. Now coming to the limitations or the disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages of intermittent production? So due to frequent changes in the production or product design, production planning is complex and machine setup needs frequent changes. That means here is there is frequent changes are there, because wide variety of products can be developed. So due to this changes, the planning, regarding the planning, that will be complex. The planning should be, or the planning will be complex, and also the machine setups for each product, variety products, we have to change the design. In order to change the design, the machine setups should be changed frequently. If for product 1 there should be some machine setup, and for the product 2 there will be entirely different. So in order to change from the product 1 to 2, we have to change the setups also. So this is the first thing. Then optimum machine loading is difficult to achieve. That is the machine loading, that is the load given to the machine, or the assignment or the job given to the machine, whether it is a maximum or minimum. It is not in that manner. That is we need an optimum machine loading, but this is difficult in the case of intermittent production. Now the highly skilled operators are required. Here in the case of intermittent production, we need a highly skilled operator, because we have to, or the operator should be able to use the same machineries or set of machineries for different varieties of products. Next, inefficient utilization of labor and equipment results in high unit cost. So in case of inefficient utilization of the labor and equipments, machinery, etc., this may result in high unit cost. For each product, final product, the amount will increase. So coming to each case, there is each classification or the sub classification of the intermittent production. There is job production, batch production, and project industries. So from that, first one, job production or unit production. What is a job production or unit production? So the name itself, unit production, that is a single amount or a low volume products. So here, high variety and low volume products are manufactured. And here we can see highly skilled workers are needed, or the frequent changing of the setup is needed. The already mentioned, we know the characteristics of the intermittent production, and from that, the lowermost volume of production is the job shop production, and if it is little more, then we'll call it as a batch production. And finally, some more, or it is based on the some project, that will be a project uh, industries that we'll discuss later. Anyway, regarding the job production, here the high variety and low production, low volume of the products are manufactured, and here we are using the highly skilled workers, or we need a highly skilled workers. And here the frequent changing of the tool setup or any setups, machinery setups, equipment setups will be required. Now, regarding the advantages of the job production, as mentioned earlier in the case of intermittent production, these are the same things coming into job shop production also. So, first one, individual requirements can be met. So, the individual requirement are being met in the job shop production. Now, there is no managerial problem because of the very less number of workers. So here, very less number of workers are there. So in order to manage them, it is not a issue. It will be easy for managing the workers. Now, due to the flexibility of the operation, variety of products can be produced. Here, due to the flexibility of operations, all the operations and also the workers or the employees are flexible, so that a wide variety of products can be processed or developed. And finally, opportunity to use innovative or creative methods. So there is a opportunity to use the innovative, new innovations are possible through the job shop production. Now coming to the disadvantages. These are the main limitations or disadvantages of job shop production. As the purchase of the raw material is less, cost of the raw materials will be high. That is, here we are producing only low volume of the products. Though we are producing variety, but we are producing only in small amount. So if small volume of products are being developed, that means we are only purchasing small amount of raw materials. So if we know there is a from any shop and all, if we are purchasing only in a small amount, then the profit will be less, or the product or the cost will be much high per unit. So likewise, we can say the purchase of the raw material is less, than the cost of raw material will be high. Next, for handling different types of jobs, skilled labors are needed. Here, we cannot run the production with semi-skilled workers. We need skilled labors. Highly skilled labors are needed. Then higher setup and tooling costs due to frequent setup changes. So here there is a frequent changing of the setups, whether it is, the for the equipment or machinery, anything. We need a frequent setup changes in order to cope up with the different or the change in the design of the final product. So the cost associated with these things will be high. Now, next is the batch production. So that we will be seeing the next class.